EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New England Patriots. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 4 at the 33-yard line.
This second and 4. Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Marks now on 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Here's Stroud. Open man is caught. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Stroud. And it is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Big Christian was there on the tackle.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
In motion comes the tight end left. Stroud looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Stroud. He'll try and do this himself. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And it's now 3-0 Texans. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. Looking to put a drive together. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Complete. It's Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On first down, it's Henderson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On play action, May. Short pass caught by Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
The tight end Henry here in motion. They go play action now. May. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Andy Borregales on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at them. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On the toss, it's Marks. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And Stroud now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 44 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run the jet sweep with Douglas. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
A big play there for New England. 46 yards. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll run here with Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To the air, May. This is caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
2nd and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. This one left side caught by Collins.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go at the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
New England's offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Again, it's Henderson.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
May going to give it to Henderson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Now Houston's offense taking over again.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Stroud going to give to Marks. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
New England trying to get to place on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll throw with May. Open man, Kyle Williams. He's got it.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
To throw, it's May.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He finds Douglas complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they go play action with May.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. May. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle, it's Henderson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Keyshawn Boutte
From 10 yards out.
And the Pats have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On 2nd and 10, Stroud. That'll be complete to Marks.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return. 6-yard return after a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Well, the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
For the Patriots.
Here's Noel.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return.
And the Texans will take over. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw it. They set up the screen. Marks.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Stroud. On a slant, here's Collins.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At their 48-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Stroud will look to throw once more. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Trevion Henderson.
73 yards.
And the Patriots come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Texans 10.
Following the touchdown, Gonzalez back out to send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing here is May. They set up the screen for Henderson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Henderson running straight ahead, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8.
Diggs in motion left. Here's 2nd and 8. And Diggs has it. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Henderson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Henderson going to run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed.
Ramondre Stevenson.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And here comes the Texans now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And Stroud now to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Houston. Christian Kirk, 66 yards.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
17.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
But you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here's May. Pass taken by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Straight ahead, Henderson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll throw with May. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is 3rd and 1.
Now May on the sneak. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. Blocker in front, but as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. To the air, May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
To throw, it's May.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Up the middle, it's Marks. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
They run straight ahead with Marks. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
That is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On the give, here's Marks.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
70 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Texans on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Stroud. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. New England's offense set to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to throw, May. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Gets this complete to Butte. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on the offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On the give is Henderson. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just past midfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Back to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Texans offense set to regain possession.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Stroud. And one more time, here's Kirk.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
To Christian Kirk. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Play action. Here's Stroud.
Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
The throwing again is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Recovered by the Patriots.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Play action. May.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. There he goes, left side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Will line up for the 2-point.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England trying to get a place on offense. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
It's complete to Diggs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the shotgun, it's May. Over the middle, complete. That's Henderson. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. So Stroud and the Texans down 31-28, 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down. Throwing now is Stroud. Open man is Collins. He's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Stroud to throw it. Try for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud. Pass complete to Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Stroud to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Stroud. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
37-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Stroud looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
It's a gain of 6. And the Texans first down.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. To throw with Stroud. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
2nd and 9 at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Stroud back to throw.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go.
Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Here we go. This to avoid overtime. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Patriots who will have first crack at it as we're back underway here in overtime. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England's offense set to go.
Looking to put a drive together.
The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
May looking to run. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And they go play action with May. His throw incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They set up the screen for Henderson. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown would win it. Looking to put a drive together. First throw of overtime, Stroud. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
From out of the gun, here's Marks. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And Stroud now to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now he's loose at the 40 and down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 42 yards.
And you just had the feeling when they took the field for this drive, they meant business. They knew a field goal would keep the game going, but a touchdown would end it here in overtime. And that nearly did it right there. What a play to put them in position to win this ball game.
Stroud sets up the play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
86 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Stroud. Now he'll tuck. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.